throughout the evening, and hopefully no one else gets hurt.
Cedric, hold on for a moment, because Miguel Marquez is right there on the scene for us. Miguel, tell our viewers what's going on. It looks like police are trying to form a line. Are you okay, Miguel?
Yeah. I am fine. It's a little smoky and it's a bit disgusting. We're having a tough time breathing for Adrian there. But the police, as you can see, have pushed protesters now back to the far corner of Pennsylvania and North Avenue. That's not smoke. That is either pepper spray or some sort of tearing agent that I'm getting in my face right now. There are several individuals who are being overcome by it at the moment. Some of the folks that I've seen in the neighborhood the last week or so are out here as well. I just saw one of them sort of go down. A lot of the protesters and a lot of, well, I call them protesters, and I've been saying it for the last week, but it's no longer protesters. It's just random violence. They are moving down Pennsylvania Avenue farther toward downtown, and it is not clear what if there is any plan at all. I know that the pastors are meeting right now, that they are getting out on the street. We just saw a contingent of Nation of Islam that are well respected in this neighborhood, and they are trying to get their people out on the street to stop what is happening here, to get literally coloring young people, pulling them aside, and getting them out of here. There's a bottle was just thrown at police by an individual. But you can see this is exactly look at this, Wolf. See, this is what happens. They throw a bottle and individuals like this come out and trying to stop it. There are factions within this neighborhood. Those that are angry enough at police that they will throw that bottle, and others who are trying to stop them. And this is Sean, who come here, Sean. I want to talk to you because we did this earlier today. This is the young man last Tuesday who tried to grab the mic out of my hand, and on Saturday night, I saw you between the police lines and the protesters, and you were trying to stop the protesters. This is your neighborhood. What has this become?
I told you guys from the jump that this was going to happen. This happened as a result of the way the situation was carried. This did not happen as a result of that young man's death. This happened as a result of the way the situation was handled.
But you said today, I mean, is this what you expected? Do you think this should be happening?
I do not think that this should be happening. Did I expect this? I knew that my city was capable of. This is nothing, okay? This is a small percentage of what these people are capable. They're standing here. Everyone's still here. No one's moved up. This is not organized. This is just spontaneous, basically.
A week ago, you were trying to grab the mic from me, yelling F this, F that on the TV. I know you apologized for it. We even took a selfie later on. But now your neighborhood, your town, your neighborhood is on fire and burning. You realized today, over the weekend, that this was not the way.
I knew it wasn't. But see, the politicians, the people involved allowed this to happen. They knew this. No. They allowed this to happen.
This is the frustration in the neighborhood. It is. Yes, sir.
A prime example. Before they hit CBS, the SWAT team stood up there and watched them go into this, and they allowed it to happen. But they could have moved down here like they've done and stopped it. But they allowed it to happen.
This is precisely what, and you were down here, I take it. This is precisely what you were saying earlier, Wolf. That they weren't in an aggressive policing mode. They were trying to stand back and allow everything to be, to control the crowds without actually taking on the crowds. You can see police now pulling their lines across to this other side. Let's get out of here. Come on, guys, this way.
Miguel, I want you to be careful over there.
Police are now blocking us in. We're going to go around the block, I think, and try to get to vehicles here. Where did they?
Yeah, Miguel, I want you to be really careful over there, Miguel, because obviously it's a dangerous situation.
As they're controlling this entire area, and you can see them having this. You can see them having a tough time trying to keep control of their own lines. These police officers have not been in this situation before. They are nervous, and they, excuse me, and they are not well coordinated, from what I can tell. On Saturday, it was particularly bad, where you small groups of police officers getting caught in with the protesters, completely unaware. And now police officers are trying to move down the street because firefighters right here, you can see them, they are furiously trying to get that hose hooked up so that they can get the water in good enough amounts on that fire at CBS. It is very interesting to be here because I feel I've been here for a week and I know about everybody in this neighborhood. Watching fires work.
By the time they got that firefighter, those hoses working, that CVS is going to be toast.
They are desperate to get that water flowing. As far as I can tell, they have not been able to get much water, if any, on that. Just
Here it comes.
Watch yourselves. It's a lot of water. It's a lot of pressure. There we go. Now they got the line going.
That's what people want to do, take video of everything.
Holy hell, Wolf. I gotta tell you, this side.
Holy hell, Wolf.
I feel like someone's gonna try to stop it.
As chaotic as
Holy
this.
hell, Wolf.
This is you again. How are you, my friend?
You again.
Surviving?
I'm surviving. Yes, I am. We are survivors in Baltimore. Yes, we are.
I take it you are not happy with what is happening in your neighborhood.
Maybe not just the neighborhood. I'm just not happy as a whole because the people in my city are not happy.
How far is this going to go?
As far as they take us. As far as they take
What
us.
does this mean?
What that means is behind you like that. Exactly. Behind you like. See? As far as they take us.
See that? Did you saw that? See that?
Did somebody do that?
If you just saw that, they just, while we were talking there, just cut the hose with a knife, trying to, and then ran, trying to thwart the efforts of the authorities to actually turn out this fire. People in this neighborhood blaming police for what has happened here. Residents are
Like I told you,
trying to
I was expecting it too.
situation.
Y'all heard me. I expected it. Sure, someone's gonna try to cut the hose again. Right there.
He seemed upset by this.
Oh, he's taking a video.
Individuals
Okay.
Here from this neighborhood are very upset by what they're seeing right now, but there are others who are thwarting the authorities at every turn.
What are you doing, you fucking asshole?
Kathy, calm down.
Sorry.
Cut the hose
A person
as
in a
well
gas mask who
with the gas mask.
So you would rather have your neighborhood burned?
No, that's not a situation that. The situation is what you're saying here. My neighborhood not burned right now. What you're getting an example of is what's really inside of everybody. For about 20 years, I'm 41. I have witnessed the atrocities that build up. And me, I talked to City Hall. I told them repeatedly around the Tyrone West situation, the bottom was going to fall out. PFK Boom, you can look at me on YouTube, PFK Boom, and you'll see about my city. They dirty, man. They know what's going on.
This is long-standing anger.
Long-standing, baby.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
All right, I want you to be really careful over there because it looks like the police are moving closer and closer. They're moving in. This could get even more
Trying to
ugly.
get control of those hoses so that they can continue to get water on that fire. But this is a city that is out of control.
It certainly is right now, and it looks like it's going to potentially get even
You
worse.
think you're taking control?
We're taking control? No, it's not even an event that we're taking control. We're taking back what is ours.
What are you taking back, asshole?
Kathy.
It's striving for greatness. You know, I'm striving for success right now.
Calm down, Kathy.
You know, not only in
I'm
jobs,
gonna put this on
but
YouTube.
a lot of people that's going on in here.
I'm gonna blur out the bad words, but still.
There's anger to go around in this neighborhood on both sides of the issue. You have people who are trying to protect their neighborhood right now, and people who are trying to tear it apart, to send a very strong signal that they are unhappy, and clearly they have done that, Wolf.
But in that neighborhood, do they want that CVS to burn down? Is that what they want?
This is the problem. everybody says, look, they have no grocery store in this neighborhood. They have no place to buy stuff. That was a newer store. That was one of the newest stores I had seen in this neighborhood. Everything else are sort of small mom and pop stores along the way where they have to buy the few things that they can to eat. There's very few fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. I saw fresh fruit carts in this neighborhood that are horse-drawn. I mean, this is not a typical neighborhood. It is shocking to me that we live in New York and in Washington and in nice areas of Baltimore, and in this pocket, it's another world. It's literally like another country in this neighborhood, and the people here with their hands up, keeping their hands up, because why are you here? Why are you keeping your hands up?
Because what people think is positive is reactionary. What's going on is a reactionary situation. This is a non-thought thing. We need to be organized when we do things like that. This has got to the point that it's not about gray right now. Sure, it's reactionary. It's reactionary. It's reactionary.
What do you mean by that? That your neighborhood is burning?
My neighborhood burned in 1968 too, and they had to reorganize it again. And people are doing things because they really don't know. People are doing things out of their gut. They're not thinking. It's a gut reaction. You got people in here that don't even belong in here. They're doing things like who stab their doggone gas.
Those people aren't from your neighborhood?
Everybody is not from the neighborhood. Everybody is not from the neighborhood. You see doing things. They are not from this neighborhood. They're not. Some of these people not even from Baltimore. These people, these was children early today who just came home from school. They had their school uniforms on. They just came home from school, and that's what they're all about. The parents should came out, and I saw parents coming out pulling their kids.
Is this going to be 68 again? Is it going to get that bad? Where is this going?
These people are not political enough to be 68 or 1970. These are not political people. These are not revolutionary people. These are reactionary people. It would never be another 68. We don't have that. Where are the leaders? Where's Jamal Bryant? Where's Jamal Bryant? Where's the mayor? Where are the people who will be down here before the represent us? Where are they? Where the government? We talking about people. If you talking about leadership, where are the leaders? So you talking about a bunch of people right here.
What do you tell Americans who are watching Baltimore tonight? What is this city?
This could have been their city. The death of killing black men in this country is going to go through this. It could have been their city, and it's going to be their city because it's a reactionary situation. People are doing things. They're feeling right now. You can only put so much into a pressure cooker before it pops. And what's happened now, people are reacting about the conditions they're under. This could have been New York. It's been Ferguson. It's on track. We need to stop the police brutality. That's number one. We need to stop the police brutality. And once we stop that, this will stop. We need to have 10 days of an investigation. Is that real? 10 days of investigation. Is that real? The man is buried and they still haven't dealt with 10 days of investigation.
I wish you the best of I know, and I hear you.
Where are the people in Baltimore City in their suits that be on TV and talking about what they need to do? Where's Jamal Bryant? He's talking about tomorrow. He need him out here today. He need to get some of this tear gas in his face about. He need to get some of this fear. These people, we need to have them out here.
Babies out here standing up to do something. The parents weren't here. The leadership weren't here. They left them out here by themselves, and this is the aftermath. So now people are upset. They left our babies to do this.
I wish you the best of
They
luck.
locked down my son's school today. They locked down my son's school today, and I had to get my niece to go up to get my son. They locked it down because of the fear that's going on. Our babies is looking at this, and we're setting examples for our babies. We need to set clear examples for our children.
This neighborhood, is this going to stop tonight?
We don't know, and I'm not going to predict that.
When is it going to stop being just us and just this?
This is not constructive. This is reactionary. This is reactionary.
Thank you very much. It's a lovely city. I love Baltimore. Thank God for New York.
Wow, laughing.
A little bit of a sense of what's happening here. Here are the police. They've established control over that hose there, and they're finally getting water on that CVS. But as you can see, it is absolute chaos here in West Baltimore tonight. Wolf?
Yeah, I never thought I'd see firefighters arrive to deal with a fire at a CVS pharmacy in Baltimore. They hook up the hose, and then individuals take knives and start cutting holes in that hose. They want that CVS to burn to the ground. And
Didn't I call it? I called it too. I was telling y'all. Looks like they're gonna cut holes in the hose.
Jeffrey Tubin, we none of us anticipated anything.
The
like
burning
this.
cars.
It's really bad, and it is.
It all started with those cars.
And I just think we have to draw a distinction